Hey guys, Figurecraft here. Sorry it's been a while, but we're finally back. First of all, let me just thank y'all for being so patient with me. I really appreciate it while we was waiting on the replacement motor to come in. I thought I was actually never going to get it, but it finally came in. Just give me a few seconds here. I got to go grab something up fast that I forgot. Alrighty, I'm back. Let me plug this in. Oh. But yeah, it finally came in. I thought we was never going to get it because, like I said, I was having trouble when it came to contacting them. It was excuse after excuse. But they finally got with it. But we got the new motor in. And this new motor, basically, it runs like a dream. It's really, really good. So let me just go ahead and plug this in. Alright. And then we're going to go, basically, into a head position. Then we're going to go astern. But yeah, that's it. But my last motor sounded absolutely terrible. Even when I first put it in the ship. I think it was a defective motor, and I didn't figure out it was defective until I got to the later on stage in the build when I was able to test it. It sounded absolutely terrible, and then it started making a clicking sound. And then after the clicking sound, I took it apart to see what was going on with it, and as soon as I got it apart, the wires had already came unsoldered. So I'm thinking what happened was, these wires that you put into the Titanic are not tied down by anything. So while I was putting it back together, I took some of this leftover stickers, and I basically cut off strips like that, and I tacked the wire down in multiple places as I was putting it back together, that way to ensure that you wouldn't be able to pull on the wire. And I also used gel ultra basically Loctite super glue, gel control super glue to glue it down in place. And I also did that underneath the engine room bay, where you basically feed the cord over to the side. Right here where you feed the cord over to the side, I also tacked it underneath there where you can't see it. And that makes it to where you cannot pull on the cord, and you will not eventually be able to pull on the cord and pull that solder loose. That makes it to where it's locked in place. So I took extra precautions there. And then right here is the whole entire ship sitting on my table. Over there is the rest of it. As you can see, I've got parts laying everywhere. I was up almost all night last night working on this thing, getting it back together. And to show you, here is the old motor. And let me see if I can show you this. basically plug that into there, put it in the head position, and then hold it there. And then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try to reconnect these wires to a point to where I can get it to go and show you what it does. I'm going to basically plan on soldering this one back together because I did order me a soldering kit. Because at the time I was basically ready to use the old motor again because I thought I was never going to get the new motor. So I got me a soldering kit ordered. And I'm going to solder this one back together. I'm going to learn how to solder. That way I'll have this one as a backup. I keep getting an alignment. But it used to do a really horrible clicking sound. But I was able to work with it enough to get the clicking sound to stop. I basically had to undo these screws right here, take the whole thing apart. I took each cog, basically worked each cog out and cleaned them, done thorough checks on them, then put it back in there. And what I figured out was one of the cogs was misaligned. So when I put it back together, now it works like a dream, like nothing even happened. So all it just needs now is to be resoldered back together. And like I said, I was ready to use the old motor again. I was just waiting for the soldering kit to come in. And then while I was waiting for the soldering kit to come in, the new motor shows up. So yeah, that's just my luck. But I am still going to solder the old one back together. That way I can have, like I said, a backup. But that's going to basically do it for talking about what all I've been into. So now we're going to go ahead and get, finally, feels like forever, the build back. So first of all, we're going to go to issues 123. So starting off in issue 123, we're going to figure out what we're going to do first. And we're going to need the same old stuff. Again, we're going to need our 3-in-1 oil. We're going to need a screwdriver kit. And your screwdrivers that you're going to use. And then you're also going to need 123's box. Let me find that. There it is. 123's box. Okay. I'm so glad to be working on Titanic again. I missed it. I tell you I did. Stern cross support. Take the cross support 123A and check how it fits on the plate 123C. When you are happy with the fit, fix in place with 2 AM screws. So where it's AM screws, basically, we are going to use 3-in-1 oil. So first of all, let's get this open. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's our screws that we'll need. So first of all, we're going to need this part right here, which is our plastic piece. Put that back in the box. And then we're going to need this part right here, which is our big heavy metal piece. Okay. Put those to the side right there. We're going to need our screws. Get out a couple of them, because we know we're going to need more than just one. Then we're going to have to flip this over. And then we're going to have to put it like that. Now we did this basically the same way like we did before, close to the front of the ship. So this one's going to go to the back of the ship. So let me just get my 3-in-1 oil here. Ah, that daggone thing stayed on. Come on, get off there. Really? I don't like when it does that. There we go. Dip the tip of the screw in 3-in-1 oil. And then we're going to put this screw into place. And wow, yeah, that's got some paint buildup inside of the screw hole, which is why we use 3-in-1 oil, because it slowly eases the transition of the screw going in. Okay, that one's in. We're going to get another one. Okay. And then we're going to put it into the other hole. Really got some good paint buildup in them holes. But it's in. And you'll notice that I'm using the little screwdriver again. The reason being is because when I use this one, I have trouble out of it sometimes. And I intend to overscrew with this one. And strip the threads on some parts. So with this one, I don't do that. I don't know what it is. I guess it's a habit. But yeah. So that's the reason behind that. So it's never bad to go back to the old screwdriver that they supplied you with. Okay, so now I'm going to need to turn the ship around to the point where I can get to the stern. Alright. Let me just sit y'all up here while I turn this ship around. Because I tell you, this thing's heavy. Get underneath here, get underneath here. Oh, Titanic, why you gotta be so heavy? Oh, just think. I still gotta do the weigh-in video and all that. But we'll get to it. Okay. So, now that we have the ship turned around to where we can access the back of the ship, we're going to go, let me find those, there they are. We're looking for these 2 points right here. Okay. Step 2. Take the whole assembly and the 2 brackets, 123B, identify the fixing points for the brackets on the upper hole sections sections 10 7 7A, okay, port side, and 109A starboard side. Fix the brackets in place with 2 AM screws. Fit the cross support 123A across the hole so that it sits on the brackets with the plate 123C to the aft side. Fix in place with 4 AM screws. Okay. So we're going to do our brackets now. So let's go ahead and open up one part and get a bracket. Let me just focus you here. Sorry about that. We're going to get a bracket. And then I'll focus you back to the ship. One of these brackets is going to go right there. Watch when I let go. It'll fall right in. Told you. Oh, man. That's okay. I'm in way too good of a mood to let it bother me. I'm so happy that I'm able to work back on my Titanic. And finally be able to give y'all some more content on Titanic. I know most of y'all has probably been waiting a while. I'm sorry about that. Okay. We're going to put a screw in here, which looks like that's got it. Now I'm going to dip another screw in 3-in-1 oil and then do the other side. And the good thing about using this short screwdriver is it allows you to get in there to put the screws in, because it's already short. I don't think I hit the hole. Nope, I didn't. There it is. It's kind of hard to see when you're trying to put a black screw into a black piece of metal. I mean, you can see how much black color there is here. You just can't see what you're doing. Alright, that's in. And now we're going to get our other bracket out of here. And then I know for a fact if I let go of this one, it's going to go in again. So I'm going to have my hand right here. Yep. Gotcha. Not this time. Oh, look at that. I actually had 2 screws left out for that, and then I got to get 4 more screws out of the bag. Alright, now we're going to play the game of going in blindly here. Let me see if I can get you out to a better view. Give me a few seconds here. Let me adjust my phone. I think it's... where is that thing? Okay, it's right there. So it would be somewhere right about there. Alright, now, where is the hole? I think I found it. Hang on a minute. I see that you all ain't focused. Sorry about that. Come on. You know you wanna. Ow. Stupid thing. There, that's got it. And then 1 more screw. Oh no. There it is. I was starting to say we can't find the hole. Alright, we're in. Now let me get you all back up here. Bring you back a bit. Get you to the point to right there where you can see. Focus you. Now we're going to take that bracket that we've built, and it's going to sit on top like that, facing the stern. Because like I said, this is another... oh yeah, I'm going to show you that too. Let me find it. I think I put it inside the ship, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I got it sitting inside the ship. But to give you an example of what I was talking about, I would highly advise you to do this too with something similar. Because a whole lot of people on YouTube has been having these... Focus. Has been having these snap off on them. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some of that extra stuff, using some super glue, popping it over top the wire, and this right here keeps you from pulling down onto that wire. So that's an extra backup. But this is kind of like what I was doing inside the motor where I was telling you about. Just gluing the wire in place, tacking it down. Something like that. And I also did the same thing for the forecastle or the forecastle up there. But yeah, and this right here will also provide some extra support. But I would highly advise you to do that. Tack it down with something. So now I'm going to get out 4 more screws. And they're going to go into the oil. And then we're going to start to put these screws into place. Okay, there's one. I know I'm a little bit behind, and the good thing is Agora Models has already taken out my next payment for the next shipment of Titanic, which is shipment 23. So I only owe Agora Models one more payment. But hopefully we'll get that shipment sometime this month. If not, it'll be sometime around the first of the year. And then my last payment is sometime in January. So yeah, we are just about finished with this thing. One more screw to go. Ah, it came off the screwdriver. There we go. All right. And that's got that in place. So we've got this bracket. We literally have 2 more brackets to put into place, and then all the brackets are secure to the hole. We're still missing the rudder. We still ain't got the rudder yet. I think that comes in our last shipment. Because I know in the next shipment that I'll be getting, I'll finally be getting the cover to the engine room. So let's go back to the book. Completed work. A cross support beam has been fitted across the aft of the hull. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. And like I said before, thank y'all for being so patient with me and sticking around with me until we got that motor fixed. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for all the subscribers that I have gotten so far and all of your kind comments. And I will continue to be giving you guys more content of the Titanic until we are finished. But until the next video, you all have a blessed one, and I will see you guys in the next one. And goodbye.